Hello, folks. So today we're making this Joker's Dental website look a heck of a lot better because if you've watched my part one, I started a Winslow web design page, and now I'm building pages to those pages to display my projects. So I made a mock website using chat earlier today, and so I'm literally asking it for VS Code. But then once I plugged it in, I realized that it's literally making the website with the phone on there because the image has a phone on the right. So it's making the website with the phone. So now I'm like, okay, let's redo this website without the phone. How would it look? And then it's literally going to spit it back out without that ugly phone on the side of the website that it had built originally. I don't know why it did that originally. Maybe it's just giving me an idea of like, oh yeah, the website, this is what it looked like on the phone. So sometimes you have to ask chat to redo the picture. Now you ask it for the code. Like, hey, just give me the code what this page is going to look like. Then it's going to ask me, well, what kind of code do you want it in? We can give it to you in CSS or Script.js and I'm like, okay, well, because it's trying to fight with me, right? Saying, hey, also, we can't make it exactly because this is going to be plagiarism. And you have to tell it, actually, I built this with you earlier today. It's actually mine, so just build the fake website. And then, of course, it's going to spit it back out and it's going to ask you, how do you want it? How do you want it? And so I just tell it, I want it page.tsx, a TSX file. And I just named my my page on my Visual Studio Code. But and then it says I have to give it to you in 3 parts or 4 parts. So I'm just letting it give it to me in 4 parts. And then I'm going to take those 4 parts and clean them up into one long stretched page, one file by using Claude. So I take the ChatGPT code and I'm literally throwing it to Claude and telling it, hey, fix this code because not only is it broken up, but it's not structured correctly. Usually it's all over the place. I don't know why, but chat doesn't do a good job. It's great when it comes to pictures or making that picture into code, but then once it creates that code, the code is all kinds of screwed up. So you'll probably have to do the code in Claude, like do it in Claude. I'll do it just one time here, but usually I'll go back into Claude with that code and say, hey, can you condense this down from, whatever it is, 10,000 lines down to, and it'll structure it much better and it'll break it up for you. But yeah, so literally I'm just taking those parts of code and giving them back to Claude, and then he's going to arrange them, and I'm just copy pasting those files, and he's going to make it into one large file. Now, I know this is not the way you would build a website. You would, you would make it in folders, and you would probably split this code up into pieces. And but really what I'm about is how fast can I put this up? How fast can this be done? Just to show you how fast it is to make a website. That's really what this comes down to, is how quickly you can have something up. And then once I put things up, then I start breaking it down into folders. And I'll probably make a part 3, part 4 of this, be doing this. But part 1 was all about how to build a website from start to finish, put it online. Now the second part is, how do I actually make that website look like my picture that I want it to look like? Now, once you have your website up and you have that picture with the code of that website, what it's going to look like, probably part 3 or part 4, then I'll start breaking down, well, then we'll put it into folders, and this is where we make those buttons actually work. This is where we actually make the website work the way it's supposed to. So now that it's given me that code in Claude, that TSX file, I will literally go into Vercel to make sure that it's pushed into GitHub, and it's building the project, and it's going to push it out to that website. I already know there's going to be a problem though, because I had looked earlier in the code and it showed that I had a bug. So I knew it was going to do that, but I like doing it on purpose. Just on my first video, I like showing like the mistakes and keeping them. So to show you like how easy it is to fix it yourself, you literally just copy and paste it back into Claude and let him know what that bug is. So literally the deployment, the build logs, you copy that and you literally go back to Claude and paste it for him And Claude will tell you, hey, this is where that bug is. This is what you need to do. So it says, hey, you need to install that Lucid React. And I'm like, okay. So then we'll copy paste that and then put it in the terminal. And then it'll load that Lucid React up. And that's funny because I don't even know really what Lucid React is. I know that sounds bad, but I really don't know what it means or what it is. I'll probably Google it later. And that's what you're going to want to do. If you don't know what something is, Google it and say, okay, what is this thing that I'm adding? What am I installing here? Because you have to be careful sometimes, depending on what you're installing, I'm sure. But yeah, when it tells me to install something, I look it up later and say, oh, that's what this is. But in the moment, again, I'm just like, how can I get this sucker up? And I just want things to look good. And then after they look good, then I'll start breaking down that code into manageable parts with Claude. And then I will put them into subfolders, categories, whatever, split up the thing, the project up, and then make everything work, like the buttons and the links and emails or whatever it is, the schedule, and then you build a table. And then of course you have to go into that, and that's a whole nother thing with Superbase and stuff. But right now, just making a website look like it's yours, I think means a lot, and it's so simple just to get something up. And then of course now it's just even simpler to make it the way you want it to look. You're like, this is what I want it to look. So yeah, we'll click it and boom, there it is. And look how nice it turned out. And that's just for a few minutes. And again, I just gave it a picture of what it should look like. That's why it's so white. But if you got something a little more modern, then of course it would look more modern. And some of it's going to work. But really, for the most part, it's not going to work. Like, it's just a visual. And then I'll teach you on another episode or thing here how to actually get these buttons to work. But yeah, that was it for today. Good luck building your website. Have fun. And again, it's just, you just have fun with it and just get it done. And if you want to build something, like I said, you don't have to spend all day thinking about it, or just have something up and say, this is what I have for now. And then you can build as you go. It's something that takes time, and it's not going to happen, in 10 or 15 minutes like this, where it's all working and great and stuff. But I think just having that visual will get you motivated to build your website. So have fun.